what it was like living as a patriot during the American Revolution. As Patrick Henry declared, "Give me liberty or give me death." First off, people were broke as hell, man. The Brits were slapping taxes on everything, like the Stamp Act and the Townshend Acts. Imagine busting your ass all year to make around 23 quid, and then some dude in England says, "Hey, give me a piece of that." No wonder folks were losing it. Now, the American Revolution wasn't just about shooting and cannons, it was like a social earthquake, too. You had patriots and loyalists, and sometimes they were even in the same family. About 15 to 20% of the peeps living in the colonies were like, "Nah, we're sticking with the Brits." So you could be arguing with your own cousin about whether to fight the crown or not. Talk about family drama, right? When the first bullets flew at Lexington and Concord, it was like someone hit the go button. Around 230,000 dudes joined the Continental Army, and another 145,000 were in local militias. Considering there were only about 2.5 million people in the colonies, that's a lot of people ready to throw down. But hold up. It wasn't just the guys with muskets. The whole community was in on it. Women were boycotting British stuff, making their own clothes, and some were even spies or nurses. About 20,000 women were doing all sorts of things to help out. Everyone had a stake in this fight. And let's not forget the Native Americans. Tribes like the Iroquois were split on who to back. Most sided with the Brits because they promised to keep the colonists off their land. So, if you were a patriot, you weren't just up against redcoats. You had Native American warriors to worry about too. Oh, and this wasn't just an American thing, it was global. When France jumped in, they dropped serious cash and sent troops and ships. The win at Yorktown, which pretty much sealed the deal, was a tag team effort with the French. So, if you were fighting for freedom, you were also tangled up in international politics. Now let's get real. The war was a meat grinder. Around 25,000 Americans died and another 25,000 got injured. That's like 10% of everyone who fought. Places like Valley Forge were hell on earth, with people dying from cold, hunger, and disease. But what kept people going was this burning belief in freedom. Stuff like Thomas Paine's Common Sense and the Declaration of Independence weren't just paper. They were like battle cries. In the end, the Patriots did the unthinkable. They beat a global superpower and built a new nation on the principles of freedom and democracy. As Alexander Hamilton said, "If you stand for nothing, Burr, what'll you fall for?" They stood for liberty, and they changed the world.